Welcome to part 2 of our series of videos talking about common mistakes that people make with respect to their long-term disability claims. My name is Mason Waring. I'm a CCK partner, and I'm joined here with my colleague, CCK attorney Leah Small. In our last video, we talked about 4 common mistakes: failing to understand your definition of disability, excluding some of your medical conditions from your claim, using inaccurate language when talking with the insurance company, and failing to maintain good communication with your doctors. And so if you would like to learn more about those common mistakes, please check out that video. Today we're going to talk about 3 more common mistakes: relying on your insurance company solely to collect information in support of your claim, ignoring information requests and missing deadlines. And this is an interesting one that sometimes people are shocked to hear, but focusing on your aspirations rather than reality when you're talking to the insurance company, when you're talking to your doctors, and when you're filling out claim forms. So Leah, could you start us off by talking about the first mistake we're talking about today, which is relying on the insurance company solely to gather your evidence?
Absolutely. So oftentimes when you're filing a long-term disability claim or doing an update for when you're already on claim, the insurance company will request medical records on your behalf. But ultimately, these long-term disability policies put the burden on the plaintiff to provide evidence of their disability. And so it's really important that you as the claimant gather your medical records yourself and submit them to the insurance company as well. That ensures, one, that information is obtained from all your doctors, and ensures that's ultimately received and reviewed by the insurance company, because the insurance company may miss some of your doctors or may not be diligent about following up if they don't receive response to their requests. And missing information can lead to benefit denial. So it's really important that you take responsibility for that and not just rely on the insurance company to do it for you. Right,
and we're not saying you don't want to impede the insurance company's investigation. So if they want to request records themselves, great. You should generally cooperate with that. But don't trust that they're going to be comprehensive in the way they do it. So gather your own information, submit it. If they have 2 copies of it, not a problem. What is a problem is when there's a key record that doesn't make it into the record. So it's good food for thought there. The next topic, Leah, is it's ignoring information requests. So on that topic, sometimes the insurance company will put the onus on you to collect that information. And tell us about where people make mistakes there.
So, as you said, sometimes the insurance company may reach out to the claimant and ask for help getting information if they haven't been able to get it themselves. Also, the insurance company will often request claim forms from you, again, at the initial claim level, or if you're on claim receiving benefits and they want to do an update. It's really important, if you receive such a request for information or claim forms from the insurance company, that you respond to it within the deadline given. Sometimes people may put it to the side, they'll get to it later, or, when I do it, I'll do it. But ignoring requests and missing deadlines can result in, again, claim denials, benefit terminations. So it's really important you're paying attention to those. And if you do need an extension of time to respond to their request or submit claim forms, it's okay to ask for one, but you want to make sure you've asked the insurance company for that extension. And if they grant it, confirm that in writing to them to make sure everyone's on the same page.
And again, we're going to keep talking about reading your policy and understanding it. Under most policies, you as the claimant will have the burden of proof to make your claim. And so, if the insurance company doesn't get an important piece of information, that's really on you. You have the obligation to prove that you're entitled to benefits under the policy. It's also important to read the policy to understand what requests are reasonable and not. If you get a request that has very little to do with your claim, you may want to contest that. You got to be careful doing that, because often you have a duty to cooperate and so forth. But that's a real good time to talk to an experienced lawyer. We counsel people on that regularly. What is reasonable, what is not. So just good food for thought, but certainly read your policy and understand what your obligations and rights are with respect to the policy. Again, and not all your rights are defined in there too. There's a broader spectrum of law that applies there, but it's really a good place to start by reading your policy.
Right.
So moving on, focusing on your aspirations rather than reality when making your claim. That's something that we talk about to clients regularly, but people are shocked to hear. Could you explain more about that?
And this can come up in a couple of different ways that we see a lot. Oftentimes, our clients and other LTD claimants, they don't want to stop working. They've built this career and it's difficult to say, I can't work anymore. Or if they've been out of work for a while, they want to try and get back and do something. But when thinking of that, that can lead to claimants either delaying in filing a long-term disability claim because they're hoping their condition will improve and they'll be able to get back to work. But as I said, read your policy, because these policies often have deadlines for submitting notice of claim and submitting evidence of your claim. And if you delay in filing a claim because you're hoping you'll be able to improve and get back to work, you could miss those deadlines, and that can result in a benefit denial that could have been avoided. So it's really important, if you're not able to work now and that is your reality, to not let your hope to return to work in the future prevent you from filing a claim for benefits and making sure you're meeting those deadlines.
Sorry to interrupt. We have and had many clients work while on claim.
Right.
We've had clients on claim and eventually transition back to full-time work. So the possibilities are all out there, but you really need to focus on reality today.
Right. And as you mentioned, for someone who's on claim and wants to return to work, it's important that they think carefully, does your condition allow you to do that, even if you really truly want to, and how will such a return to work potentially impact your condition? And for claimants who just focus on their desire to return to work without thinking carefully about what their current reality is, they could, one, potentially return to work and have it negatively impact them and their health, which is not a good thing, but it could also negatively impact their claim, and now they put their benefits in jeopardy when in fact they need those benefits because they really aren't able to work.
Right. And making the claim when it's appropriate, based on your actual circumstances, could get you benefits that help you get better, improve your condition so you can go back to work. So really important things to consider there. So that's all we have for today. Thank you, Leah. Really important information. And thank you for joining us here today. If you have questions about your long-term disability claim or you've been wrongly denied, please reach out to us. It costs nothing to see if we can help you. Our number is 401-331-6300. You can find us online at cck-law.com. If you have any topics that you'd like us to hit in a future video, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to get notifications when we put out new videos. Thank you very much.